over this part. This iPad is actually 1mm taller. It just doesn't want to work. Boom.
Woes.
Now this is like 5-6 years difference. All right, so let me show you the secret setting that I found. All right, right now we're gonna be doing the most dangerous test. Slower. I'm not saying you lie, but you twist.
I am so excited. It's been 5 years and I think it's time to upgrade my iPad.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today we have right here, this is a present from Otiah, and they have officially the new iPad. This is the iPad Pro with the M, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. The one thing I never complained about was performance. It's finally faster, probably faster than my MacBook Pro. Do you know I've only got an M1 Max in there?
No ways.
You know, I'm gonna say something actually. Stay tuned because I'm actually gonna release a benchmarking cryptocurrency tool to see how fast can it mine crypto faster than my Mac. Well, that's my strategy anyway. Apple probably reject it in the App Store, but stay tuned for that. Check out Mac Miner, find out more updates. But are you ready for this iPad?
I am so ready. It's been a long time coming.
Well, the one thing that I wasn't ready for, because I always forget this.
Go on.
The best place that Apple sends your iPads from in the world is this place over here.
Time to kangaroo down, sport. Time to kangaroo down.
Kangaroo Avenue. They're in 8 Kangaroo Avenue. Apple, that's where they live in Australia. Yeah. Oh, I feel like you should be unboxing this. This is your baby.
Let's do it.
You know, I can show
Now,
you.
you did say it was a present, but we all know that Apple doesn't give you any presents. You have to pay out your good old money with
The
this.
present is that they actually updated it.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's the present. That's the present.
That makes
And this is the old one, the out of date. Apparently the new one's going to be super thin. Not that it matters because we have cases around that you're struggling with.
Can't get it out. I need some help.
Yeah, I'll help you.
It's stuck.
Oh, it is actually good. Oh,
you did it.
it's out, yeah. So this box represents the new OLED display.
So excited. I can't wait. What does that mean?
So I don't know if I'm excited about that. I know a lot of people love OLEDs. I have an OLED monitor.
Yes.
It's great quality, but the one thing I hate is every single now and then it asks me to turn off the device because it needs to do a refresh cycle. And there's all these people on the internet that if they leave their screen on too long, it damages their display permanently.
Oh, that's interesting. So I guess that'd be interesting for people who actually use their iPads as a desktop. Then maybe you want to be careful.
I'm sure Apple are smart and they probably put in some features to mitigate that stuff. But in OLED stands for organic.
Really?
So that's why it gets fuzzled
Organic
up.
LED.
Oh,
Interesting.
Oh,
Boy.
is it?
It's a girl.
I always thought iPads are girls.
Well, maybe they are.
Maybe the iPhones are boys.
It looks slim and trim.
Oh yeah, it is so
Oh my
skinny.
god, it's tiny. It's so thin. Look at that.
I'm gonna give this guy justice.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at the. Okay.
This guy is thin as it is.
He is thin,
But that
but
guy is thinner.
This is thinner. Way thinner. My gosh. So this is the 2018 model, the first gen, and this is the 2024 model, probably the millionth gen.
But will it suffer for Bendgate? Remember that?
Oh my
Remember when they
gosh,
released the iPhone 8
yes.
Max and it was always bending?
This
Is that gonna bend?
This is what excites me, Ash.
Okay, go on.
The cameras.
Show me.
Because on that one, like, okay, my primary purpose of the iPad is taking photos, and the photos before were rubbish. Wow,
It's so cute.
It's so beautiful. I like
Hey,
the colour.
One thing on the photos.
Yes.
Apple dedicated literally 10 seconds. I'll say allegedly 10 seconds. I never counted specifically, but it was around 10 seconds, one slide. They said, we have a camera.
It's going to be better than my previous one. It just has to be.
It's 5 years. The problem is, about 2 years ago, we ordered the iPad and the camera was pretty much worse.
Well, it was worse or it was the same. There was no difference.
It was over-processed the images, which actually made them look
true.
work. And you use this stuff for work.
I use it for work purposes, so I
she
need it
needs
to be accurate.
not
Not
improved.
fuzzled or
Yeah.
AI generated. You've got the usual manuals here, and it might have the stickers.
They left the charger inside.
Oh, wow.
We still get a charger.
That's really useful.
You know, on the latest iPhones
So
or the
useful.
e-phones, depending on if you're French or not,
You don't
you
get a
don't
charger.
get a charger, but with iPads because it's professional, isn't it? Pro means.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Professional.
But the iPhone Pro doesn't get a charger.
true.
Yeah, it's an iPad.
Okay, there you go.
Why do they call it iTablet? Because an iPad is a tablet.
I'm so disappointed. There are no stickers in this.
There's no stickers.
What is going on?
Think of the children. All right, so I'm trying to get this quick start to work. Hey, it's working again, but I have found something in the meantime, and that is the iPad is not actually thinner than the old iPad. It might seem thinner, but check this out. If you rub your finger over this part, this iPad is actually 1mm taller than the old iPad. It's only thinner around the bottom part here, where it's about 0.5 mm thinner. but overall it's a lot thicker, and that's probably because of the camera bump. So hopefully the camera is going to be improved, but it's not actually that thinner than the old device. And if you have a case around it, it'll probably be thicker. Yeah, because the case has to go around the camera bump.
Excellent. I'm not saying you lie, but you twist.
Boop. See, not even day one, and they've got a software update. That's either poor release or efficient. All right, it's actually 6 hours later. I've been actually doing some damage, trying to test this bad boy out, and I failed. I failed miserably. The first thing I wanted to do was install my app on the iPad. I've tried everything and I just can't do it. I've even had to upgrade to the latest Mac OS. There's gonna be bugs. It's a 0.0 release, so there's gonna be bugs. But yeah, I did that, and I just ended up contacting Apple support. They're gonna reply back to me in 2 business days. They're probably gonna tell me I'm gonna have to reset my iPad again. So I'm just trying to get my app on the new iPad installed. But unfortunately, every single time I connect the iPad, it says it just doesn't want to connect. So I'm having to install the latest version of macOS. This is a 0.0 update, so it's going to be buggy, but hopefully that will fix it. It just doesn't want to work. Decline to authorize image preparing, and then boom, error, just doesn't want to work. So yeah, if you're a developer, prepare for pain, unless you're lucky, then you don't get pain. But I did actually notice, after the shenanigans we found out about the millimeter thicknesses,
Yes.
I did actually notice there is some performance improvements.
Is that right?
So on paper, don't worry, we got Geekbench. I got Geekbench downloaded. We're gonna play your favorite app, Geekbench. Find out how much benches, how much you can bench. We'll find it out. But in my application, which is unoptimized for this use case, but check this out. 1, 2, 3. Boom.
Woes.
There.
Whoa.
Did you see that?
Was that super speedy?
That was got to do instant replay. Look at that. Now obviously this can be fixed with just a little bit of optimization. This lady has thousands and thousands of photos on this app. Thousands of photos. So the application we're using hasn't been, I've programmed it. It hasn't been optimized to load that big of a chunk of data. So there's a bit of a chug on all the devices. So what does this iPad M4 mean? It means that developers are going to get lazy because everything's going to be super fast no matter what you do. And if you've got an odd device, prepare for pain. Unless you're going to support it. So yeah, how do you feel about that? Yeah,
that's awesome.
That was an insane.
I'm about that. That's really quick.
Now what you want to know is what is the actual Geekbench in. Now what's even better is we're going to have a crypto benchmarking app, hopefully released very soon. It's my plan. Might get rejected by the App Store, but we're going to try it out anyway. We'll see if we can get through it based on Mac Miner. What's up? So we can see how fast it is compared to even my Mac.
Wow.
Which one can mine up? That's coming soon. But for now, let's launch up Geekbench. There you go. Now this is like 5-6 years difference. Interestingly, this is actually the 3rd iPad Pro ever made.
Wow.
So this is not the first iPad Pro. It's not the second iPad Pro. This is the 3rd iPad Pro. And this is this is the 3rd gen.
Wow.
The 3rd iPad Pro ever made. And this one is the M4 iPad Pro. So yeah, there you go. 5 years later. Yeah. Okay. Look at that! It's that the bar's already on there. It's like already twice as fast in 5 years. Twice as fast.
Well, no, this one's catching up now. Look.
Oh no!
We just had a big jump. Although this one had another big jump too.
This is the best kind of entertainment you're gonna get.
Only on Heads of Tech.
Heads of Tech. Clang. We're doing Clang. Do you know what Clang is?
No.
It's actually a compiler.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah.
Learning stuff today.
What?
It's finished.
Oh
This
my
is
god!
forever.
Yeah, it's 3,700 single core score, and this is the base iPad Pro. There's an advanced. If you get the bigger terabyte edition iPad Pro, you're gonna get one more extra core.
Whoa.
One more extra space. It gets even faster. There's ways to get rid of your money. And 13,000 multi-core score. And this iPad, which I've had zero performance problem with since using it. Did you have? Was it sluggish? Safari, was that slow?
No.
No.
Otherwise, I would have done something about it. Like, I've been happy with this iPad.
So the performance was good as it is.
As
so this is like even more.
It's going to be
Why did they just get rid of the bezel? That's annoying.
That's interesting.
I hate the camera being on the right side, you know?
Yeah.
I really hate it because
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys that holds the iPad
Your
like
big
this.
fat thumb will get in the way.
And every single time that the thumb it smudges the camera. And when I'm trying to take a selfie, it looks weird. I gotta go like this. I think, you know, maybe the majority of humans, they hold their tablets like this. That's humans for you.
As opposed to an alien like
But a
yourself.
book is like this.
Yeah,
It's like a
you hold
book.
it in portrait mode, not landscape mode.
You're not going to use this like this. That's just stupid.
Oh, that's interesting actually, because the cover is going to have a hole here rather than a hole.
No, that's for the.
It's going to have. Oh,
It's still going on. This is how much faster. So it finished it in record time. Wow, it's so much faster. There you go. All right, so let me show you the secret setting that I found. All right, so if you go into settings,
Yes.
and Apple, I don't know if I'm happy with what they did. Because this is what they did, yeah. If you go to battery on both devices, look at that. The new iPads, they have a battery health option, whereas the old iPads, they don't.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the new iPads, you can go into battery health and set the charging limit to 8%. So I do this on all my Samsung devices. That allows your device to last a lot longer. You know, you don't have to constantly switch out the battery every few years. So you're going to do that 8%, and hopefully it will last long enough.
I'll be honest with you though, I've had this iPad for 6 years now. I've never had an issue with the battery.
The battery's good.
It's been fine. So it's going to be interesting to see. Because usually what I find is with the new stuff, they always kill your battery after 1 or 2
But
years.
with 80% thing, it's going to help out, and actually your older devices are going to suffer. So the first thing I did, you got to go into battery health, and boom,
like it.
turn it off. And there's also one more thing, we didn't put
Tell
these
me.
iPad lives on the line.
What was
I
it?
actually went outside earlier today and I held it side by side, and I somehow got to press record on both devices at the same time. You know, they should really make an option, I'm just saying this out there, yeah, where if you're left-handed, say, rather than having the recording controls on the right, boom, on the right, you can make it go on the left. All right, right now we're going to be doing the most dangerous test in the history of the world. I've got 2 iPads. I'm going to be holding them. They're unprotected without a case because we're going to be doing a side-by-side camera test to see the quality. So I've got one set up here. And then I just need to... I don't want to drop this. This one doesn't have Apple Care. Right, so I just need to hit record on both sides. So I can do record here. All right, hit it. Let's go. We're ready. Let's go. Videos and photos. Let's go. I'm walking. Oh. Possible. Oh, Right now we are in selfie mode, and it's a bit tricky, I gotta say, on the new iPad because I'm having to hold the phone slightly differently because the camera is actually in the way normally where I put the thumb. So let's just see what I look like. Which one is the nicer device? I think, oh wait.
Yeah, one is sharper. One's sharper.
You like it yourself, Soft? Which one do you prefer, little Soft Star? Which one?
That one.
Which one? The old one?
2018 one.
We are monsters. And I think it is sharper. The colours are different, isn't it?
Do you know, actually, this is like an upskirt situation.
Maybe
it's better.
Yeah, maybe it's...
You're more well defined. Like
Yeah.
you got eyes, and this is a bit blurry. Your
Got eyes.
stubble. Your stubble is.
My teeth look different.
Oh yeah, your teeth are
My beard.
pixelated here.
Maybe it's just over sharpened.
It definitely is sharpened.
Okay,
100%,
let's
I agree
see
with
what
you.
else we got. Let's do the selfie. We're taking some photos.
Well, you look orange here, or redder, and you look yellower there. So I think they've changed the... Oh, but interestingly,
But is the quality any different? It looks the same to me. Like your face.
But let's see the pictures. So we'll stand up and turn into a patient.
So now I'm just going to do a test run to see what it looks like. Now, we are currently in a bit of duller lighting at the moment, which is kind of good because in sometimes in my clinics I do have a bit of darker lighting. So this will be good to see how good or grainy the pictures are. So first up, we're just going to do a before picture.
But this is your old iPad, right?
This is my old iPad. So
Okay,
just
reference point, base point.
reference points. I'm going to do another one. Yep.
Raise my eyebrows.
Sure.
I'll try the new one.
Let's do the new one.
Okay, so you got a picture of me raising my eyebrows and a picture of me not raising my eyebrows. Is that it?
Oh wow, this is nice. Okay, raise your eyebrows. Let's just do it again.
All right, so how's it looking?
Okay, so when I was taking the picture, the new iPad felt a lot more brighter and clearer. But when I'm looking
maybe
at
the brightness
picture,
thing?
Well, that could be a point. No,
No, that's maximum brightness.
That's interesting. So the new iPad.
It's not even
was
maximum
brighter.
brightness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only like
That's nice.
80,
I like
90%.
that. That's cool.
So it's brighter.
So it's brighter to see the person. When I look at the actual picture, it does look slightly more sharper, I think, than the old iPad.
The photo itself is just brighter.
That probably helps though.
Let's look at the hairs on my eyebrows.
Well, they're definitely well defined here, and they're a bit more fuzzy on here. And you can see that actually when you go to your beard as well.
That's just sharpening though, isn't it?
Yeah. Like for example, your moustache or your beard.
I've got white more over.
It's just more.
No, this is probably more natural. That one's way too overexposed. Look at this. I look like it's like the whitest of white
Yeah, I suppose.
bits,
So.
whereas this one just looks grey. I think it's definitely over-processed on the new one. Definitely over-processed. Look at that. That's crazy. It's like I've got spikes coming out of my beard. It's not that bad.
Well, you kind of do.
Now it's time for the all-important. This is RF radiation test. Now we have Find My Location services. Everything turned on default. So we'll see if the radiation levels have gotten better or worse. So let's go with the old iPad first to get a reference point. So I'll move the new iPad out of the way.
iPad, you banished from table.
And we have our Bluetooth and everything turned on as per default. And I can see right now, I'm going to go to milliwatts per meter squared. It shot to 3 milliwatts and then it's dropped down to microwatts, and then it shot to 70 milliwatts, 50 milliwatts, and then it drops up down to microwatts. So it's hovering, it's kind of like fluctuating every now and then. There's like a peak, a little spike, a little twitch, as they call them in the sleeping industry. A little twitch, and it spikes up high. So let's try running a speed test here. So it's downloading information. We're getting 300 to 400 megabits per second, and we're getting up to 150 milliwatts per meter squared. Now this is the old iPad, the 6-year-old iPad, and we're around the right side of the iPad. I'm sure if I change it around, it might fluctuate slightly, or maybe not. So let's go now and banish the old one from the table. So we got 150. It's kind of like the highest it went to. Now with the new iPad, we're gonna bring it back and let's see what kind of radiation levels we got over here as a baseline. So we got 15, 30, 5 milliwatts, 60 milliwatts, 8.5, 22 milliwatts, 60 milliwatts, milliwatt. It's interesting. On the old one, it was kind of like spiking every now and then in the milliwatts, but it was dropping down to microwatts, which is a lot lower. But here it's always on milliwatts. So we've got 2 milliwatts, 46 milliwatts, 6 milliwatts, 90 milliwatts, 7 milliwatts, 60 milliwatts. It never shoots down to microwatts. It's always on milliwatts, double digit milliwatts, single digit milliwatts. From 231, it's kind of, don't know what it's doing. It's a lot more. I'll just show you on the old iPad one more time, just so you can see what's going on, because that was a bit weird. So the old iPad right here, microwatts, see the UW? That's microwatts. And then it shoots up to a milliwatt. And then it goes down to UW again, so it's microwatts. Then it shoots up to milliwatts. So it's definitely going from microwatts, which is a thousandth of a milliwatt over here, to milliwatts here. So, just when the big phone, I'm calling it a phone, yes, it makes phone calls. When the big phone is doing it, it's always on milliwatts, and it's still on MW here. Okay. No, still milliwatts. All right. Oh, it did shoot down to 2000 microwatts, which is actually 2 milliwatts. So, don't know what this device is doing, but it's having fun. Now let's run the speed test, and 150 is the term to beat. So let's see if we can do that. Come on, iPad, show me what you got. And it's actually not 150, it's 70. So it's better. It's lower. So it's reaching that levels, but at a lower milliwatt. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch around. I'm gonna go on the left side, because maybe they've switched something around and that's what's throwing everything off. So on the left side here, it's still milliwatt city. Microwatt there was all microwatt for most, but most of the time it is milliwatts. I'm gonna run the speed test one more time. And we are less, so it looks like most of the antenna is on the right side. So I'll just run this test one more time, just before I give that final delivery. Let's just see one more time, run it again one more time, boom, test again. And we are at like 100 over here, 120, 100, 110, 112, 120. On the old one, it's definitely shooting up over 100 milliwatts when it's downloading data. But on the new one, just do it one more time just to confirm, test again. it is going 70 to 90, but it's still under 100. So when it's downloading data, it's still under 100. But I think I know what the reason is. So we need to look at the actual speeds. So if you look at the speed, when we click retry, it's downloading at 50 to 100 to 150 to 250 milliwatt. 200. So it's going 250 megabits a second download speed, whereas on the old one it was actually going 300. So look right there, that's 250 all the way, and it goes into the 300s. So the reason why the old one is using more RF when it is downloading is because it downloads faster. It's slower. It's slower in Wi-Fi. Apple, why did you not tell me this? I wonder why it's doing that. I wonder why it's slower. That's interesting. So yeah, you kind of conclude your own conclusions. This one starts lower, goes higher because it can download faster. This one starts higher, but doesn't go up as much because it can't download as fast on my Wi-Fi connection anyway. Maybe on the newer, if you got Wi-Fi 6 or something like that, it will be even faster. But on just the bog standard Wi-Fi at home that I've got, the old one runs better. Interesting. Over to you. It's good that they improved the CPU. I really like that. Thank you very much, Apple. And it's good that they told us they made it thinner. I like it when they tell us things. Whether or not that turned out to be true or false, it's actually thicker with a case on because the camera bump's thicker. Thanks, Apple. But yeah, maybe this was a rush product and they don't really have the Pro in.
Yeah, maybe just look at this. Like, look at your example, your moles. Like here they're well defined, and here they're a bit more fuzzed out, which could pose to be a problem if you are using this for medical. You know,
they should do that, like, for like iPad social media, socialite,
Yeah.
iPad social, but iPad professional should have, the real raw.
should just
They
give
should
you
have
a
a raw
picture.
function.
Or maybe you just have to use a camera.
different app
You just
also.
use a camera,
Yeah.
like a full-on camera.
Okay, that's disappointing, but we kind of expected it, given the presentation didn't have much on the
Yeah,
camera.
it's true, you're
Performance is really good, and brightness of the screen,
Oh,
really
yeah, that's
good.
nice. That was nice. It was nice to take the picture. I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised when I was taking the picture. I was like, wow, this is so much brighter. Like, I can see clearly.
As a developer, it's a bit of a nightmare for me. My personal experience, I haven't been able to install my app, but Apple, hopefully they're going to get back to me. And
I think it's like mixed feelings, isn't it, about this iPad?
yeah, disappointed.
It's always
I don't like the new position of the front-facing camera.
Yeah, that should just go back to where it was. Maybe next year they'll...
It's a shame the bezel is not thinner as well. It's been 6 years. 6 years. Alright guys, let us know if you guys are going to be getting the new iPad Pro. Are you going to be getting the 11-inch or the more bigger inch one? Is it 13-inch? 13, 2 inches. It's big,
Makes a
massive
difference.
difference. Are you going to be getting the 10-core or the 9-core? What are you guys going to be doing? Hope you guys found this video useful and enjoyed the show. iPad Pro. Over this part, this iPad is actually 1mm taller. It just doesn't want to work. Boom.
Whoa.
Now this is like 5-6 years difference. All right, so let me show you the secret setting that I found. All right, right now we're gonna be doing the most dangerous test. It's slower.
I'm not saying you lie, but you twist. You twist.
Should we do
Yeah.
pose?
No.